I feel like when feel like I don't belong, my mental health totally plummets. I kind of go into like this dark spot where I'm like, oh, like I don't belong here. I don't know why I'm here. I definitely don't deserve to be here. Even if I do, I sort of start to think like negative thoughts like that.
I agree a lot with the anxiety thing. Like, I feel like this spiraling kind of starts to happen, like you were describing. You start feeling, I don't belong here, and they're like, where do I belong? When even though you know you have your place, it's just in this moment you feel so alone. It's almost hard to put up a fight for yourself.
Right.
My freshman year, I lost one of my closest childhood friends to suicide. We hadn't really talked in middle school. We lost touch. And I got a text from his mom saying, Brennan's going through a hard time. And I meant to reach out to him, and I never did. And then I think it was about a month later, my teacher walks in and writes on the board his funeral date and said, this is where his funeral is at. A student in your class just died. And that's only closure I got. And then I realized I needed more change, and I needed to be there for people who didn't feel heard, like they didn't feel okay. And I don't want anybody else to feel that way.
Personally, knowing people who have struggles with mental health and they're not getting like the correct resources to help them with that, it just really puts a damper on the mood, because these people who have these real issues can't get the help that they need.
A couple years ago, I was struggling a lot with mental health, and I tried to end my life 3 separate times. And so recovering from that and going through a couple years of therapy and just knowing that I wasn't the only one who was dealing with it, but I had the resources to overcome that. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know that there are other people who are there for them and want them to belong and want them around is a huge thing for me. And just like wanting to make sure that people don't feel the way I felt. Like, I'm very open with my mental health journey and what I've gone through, because I want people to know that they're not alone. And so like ending the stigmatism of, oh, it's something you need to hide, you need to put on a happy face, you need to always be okay. I think ending that stigmatism